Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the third episode of the Detroit Tigers franchise rebuild. And we are sitting, as you can see, 500 through the first week and a half of the season. And a little bit of an up and a down to start. Today's episode, we're going to start off facing an old Tiger, Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros. So we're going to jump in here and get our first look at Verlander here, who's not off the best of starts of the season. He has a 7.2 ERA and a 1.5 WHIP, but I'm sure he'll turn around as the season progresses. We're going to have Harold Castro up here with one out, sends a ball to left field, and that's going to get down for our first hit of the game. So that's going to bring up Jonathan Schoop, man still on first and two outs, with a 2-2 count, and he's going to swing through a ball down in the zone for strike three, out three. We are going to have Spencer Turnbull opposing Verlander. He's off to a pretty good start, except for he has only pitched 9 innings in his 2 starts, so that's something that's kind of concerning. Here he is against Yordan Alvarez, who lines out to first to end the first. We're going to jump ahead to the top of the third with Nomar Mazara up. With the 0-2 count, he lets the slider in. Now, I've been thinking about moving Mazara up in the lineup because he's batting almost 400. Here he is on a 1-2 count, a hanging breaking ball he sends to right center. That's going to reach all the way to the wall, and Nomar Mazara is going to cruise in with a lead-off double. Not a bad way to start an inning, especially against Verlander. We need all the help we can get. But Harold Castro's up now. Hasn't been moved over. 2 outs, and he swings through a ball that was in that ends the third. Now onto the bottom of the third, Yuri Gurriel is up, sends a pitch, and that is hammered to left. Home run. Houston leads 1-0 here. That's Gurriel's third of the season. We'll see how Turnbull can bounce back against Jason Castro. He gets him to swing through a slider down and in, strike 3. Michael Brantley's up now with 2 outs. The pitch, he's going to send one left center. That's going to get down. That's trouble. Michael Brantley is going to get in there with a double to extend the inning here. That's going to bring up Miles Straw here. He has a 1-1 count, and the pitch, it's a ball to right. It's going to bloop in there. Michael Brantley is going to get around to score. We're not even going to throw it home here. 2-0 Houston. Spencer Turnbull really needs to make a pitch here. When he does, to Yordan Alvarez for strike 3 to get out of the inning with just 2 runs. We're going to jump to the top of the 5th. Nomar Mazara is up now. 1 out, guy on first. Down the line to first. On to second. Back to first for the double play to end the inning. Bottom of the 5th. Kyle Tucker is up to bat. 0-2 count. Spencer Turnbull blows a fastball by him. Strike 3. That's his 5th strikeout. Now, Yordan Alvarez is back up to bat. He is an absolute cheat code in these games. And he launches one deep to right. That was supposed to be up and away, and that was just straight down the middle, and he doesn't miss. Alex Bregman's going to be up now with 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, sends a ball deep to left field, but Robbie Grossman's going to run it down at the base of the wall to end the 6th. Now I wanted to show this here because you just saw Jonathan Schoop splits against right versus left-handers. He is not hitting for anything to start this year, and we really need to get him going, especially if we're looking to trade him to get anything at the deadline. And there he is, strike 3. So we bring in Michael Fulmer here to start the bottom of the 7th. His first task is to get Jose Altuve out. And Jose Altuve sends a ball up the middle. That's going to get down. Not a great start for Fulmer. Now, Carlos Correa is up with an 0-2 count. The outside slider, but it's hit to first, on to second, on to first. Easy tailor-made double play. Way to bounce back from Fulmer there. That brings up Kyle Tucker. He has an 0-2 count. And the pitch and he sends a ball to right field. Nomar Mazara is just going to glide over and camp under for the out to end the 7th inning. On to the bottom of the 8th. Michael Fulmer is still pitching. Yuli Gurriel is up and sends a ball over first base. That's going to get out there. Nomar Mazara fields it off the wall, throws it in second, and he's going to beat the throw at second to lead off the 8th with a double. Michael Brantley is up now with a 1-1 count. He sends the ball deep to center with Gurriel on third. It isn't going to matter. The ball's way too deep. They score a run, sacrifice fly, 4-0, bottom of the 8th. So we're going to look ahead to the top of the 9th. Verlander is still on the mound. Victor Reyes sends the ball to first, who flips it to Verlander, who runs over out number 1. That brings up Harold Castro here. 3-2 full count. The pitch, another easy ground ball to the right side. On to first, out number 2. And this is something Tigers fans are all too familiar with. Justin Verlander being a workhorse. Here he is at 107 pitches. 0-2 count on Willie Castro. And a third straight easy ground ball to the right. Game over, and we are shut out. And as you see here, Justin Verlander not only gets the win, he gets the player of the game. Now, we jump ahead a little bit to the Pittsburgh series, and we get news that Grayson Grenier is hurt for 2 months. So I go into the trade and I look at Keibert Ruiz, who we highlighted in an earlier episode about a potential trade piece. And I try a few different things. The price is just too high. I don't want to option off a lot for one player, especially when we just need so much. And I really don't want to give away a young relief pitcher. I even try doing like the auto trade to see what would be suggested, and nothing comes up. So I tried pulling maybe a little bit of a fast one with Mazar, just because of the way he's been hitting, and he's more MLB ready than Ruiz is, but nothing. So I ended up going into the free agents, and I look around to see what's there. And I get to this Winston Aribu. He's only 18, but his contact for right and left are high. He has almost no power. So I decide I could take a chance on him. I don't really think signing him is a huge breaking of our minor league system, because he only has a deep potential. He's a guy that you can store in the minors and call up when someone gets hurt. I kind of flip-flop back and forth, but I ended up just signing him because we need someone that can give Wilson Ramos a rest. So here we see how the month of April ended, and we finished the month 12-16. We ended up getting swept by the Houston Astros, and only series we won after that was against Pittsburgh. So a little like I said at the beginning of the episode, a little bit of up, a little bit of down. And so for our next game, I think I'm going to jump into the Casey Mize start, because as you can see here, he's 0-4 with a 5.40 ERA. We need to see if we can't get him a little confidence, get going. And as you can saw there, his overall actually went down a little bit because he's just off to a rough start. So here he is against Xander Bogaerts to start the game. Ground ball up the middle. Willie Castro with the range to get over there and throw out. Now JD Martinez is up. The ball gets away, and the runner's going to advance to second here. That's not a good sign with JD Martinez up to bat, because he is an RBI machine. We're trying the same thing. Sinker down, eats Candelario up a little bit, but he recovers to make the play. Out number 2. Brings up Rafael Devers, who sends an easy ball on to Mize for out number 3. Miguel Cabrera is leading off the second inning here with an 0-1 count. sends a ground ball through the right side into right field to start us off with a single. Jonathan Schoop up to bat now. He's batting 183 so far this season. He sends a ball to right center. That's going to get through. Cabrera's going to get up to second. Now we have 2 on, no outs. Wilson Ramos is up. Sends another ball to the right. And that's going to get down. We're going to have bases loaded as Cabrera is not going to be sent there. Candelario is up with no out still. The ball gets away and it gets back to the backstop. Candelario's waving him in, but Cabrera does not go. Now, Candelario, 1-1 count. Just a weak pop up to the pitcher there. 1 out. Mazara's up here. 1 out. He sends a ball to the right field. It's going to get ran down, but that's going to be deep enough to score Cabrera finally. At least we aren't coming away with nothing. That brings up Robbie Grossman. He sends a ball to right field, and that's also going to get ran down. We got one there. We would like to see more. Hunter Renfroe is up now. He sends a ball to the second. Taylor-made double play. The runner does get to third here, but we have 2 outs. Marwin Gonzalez up next. He sends a ball to right field, but that's just going to be ran down by Mazara before the third out, and they don't score. That's going to bring up Harold Castro on the top of the third with 1 out. He hits the ball to left field. It looks like it's going to get down, but no! JD Martinez with the diving catch for the second out. Nothing doing there. Third inning. Guys on first and second. That's going to be down as Victor Reyes is playing deep. 1 run's going to score. The second runner is going to get to third. Now we have runners at the corners with 1 out. Devers is back up. Sends the ball to right field. Mazara is going to camp under it. He's going to load himself. Throw to the plate. Here comes the runner. The throw is on time and on line, and we're going to get him out to preserve the tie. Now we're on to the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs. Easy ground ball to Candelario, who throws to first for the third out. We're going on to the top of the fifth with Robbie Grossman up, and he doesn't miss. That is gone to put the Tigers back on top. And I actually believe that's the first home run we've seen this series. And then the next up is Victor Reyes, who sends a ball deep to right center, and that's going to get over the wall for a ground rule double. That brings Harold Castro back up, still 2 outs. He sends a ball to left field, but JD Martinez runs that down. So, top of the 6th, Miguel Cabrera is up. He hits the ball, puts a perfect swing on it. It's going to bash up against the monster. Cabrera's hustling to second. And with the slide, he gets in before the throw. Jonathan Schoop now up. Still 1 out. He sends a ball deep to left center. That's going to get over the outstretched glove of the center fielder. Cabrera is going to ignore the stop sign and run home. The throw, and he is out by a mile. Cabrera just doesn't have the speed anymore. But that brings Wilson Ramos up. Still 2 outs, man on second. He sends a ball to right, and that's just going to get ran down to end the 6th. Top of the 3rd with 2 outs. Harold Castro's up to bat. And he's going to swing through strike 3 to end the 7th. Now, on top of the 8th, Jonathan Schoop sends a ball up the middle, nearly hitting their pitcher. But this time, Willie Castro's on second base, and Jonathan Schoop's going to get his RBI. Now we have bases loaded. Nomar Mazara is up with 1 out on a 1-2 count. And he sends a ball to second, on to short, on to first, and they get out of the inning. But we get a 3-1 lead. Jose Cisneros on for the save. Strikeout number 1 on Hunter Renfroe. Strikeout number 2. What a way to start the 9th. Marwin Gonzalez is up. 2-2 count. He tries to swing, but they call it a strike 3, and he strikes out the side to pick up the save, and Tigers go on to win 3-1. Robbie Grossman picks up the player of the game, and Casey Mize gets his first win of the season with 6 innings pitched. Now, after the game, I decided to take a look at the top 50 prospects again just to see where we're at, and Matt Manning has jumped all the way up to number 22. Now, that's a good sign for us going ahead of here in the future. Like I was saying, though, I really want to keep him in the minors one more year. just to see how he develops. And I think we're going to start next episode actually in AAA with Matt Manning to start. So I want to thank you guys for checking out episode number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And we will see you when episode 4 comes around. Thanks. Bye.